So here is where we left the last video. The car looks a lot better sitting still because honestly, it wasn't really running that good. It was running, started up, idled okay, but it needed a lot of work on the tune. So I talked to Jason at Stupid Fast Tuning. Speaking of that, if you wanted to just skip to the dyno, it's about 6 minutes, 30 seconds in if you don't want to see the process of getting ready for the dyno. But I spoke with Jason and asked him if we should tune it on 93 or E85 and also if we should use the RDX injectors that I had in it or the 1000cc injectors that I had ready for it. And he said to use the 1000cc and let's do E85. So in this process, I'm pulling the stock fuel pump out. I ordered a Deechworks 255, I believe is the size, but it was a direct bolt-in kit for the Honda Civic. And the only reason I'm even showing this is I didn't find a lot of detailed pictures or write-ups on the installation of the fuel pump, and honestly everything that I found did not even show a banjo bolt fitting on the on the fuel pump, so I didn't even have the crush washers on hand. So I did want to point that out. And then of course we cannot have a video without Rody butting in. But moving on, the fuel pump job was actually really easy. It was a direct bolt-in job, as you'll see in the next few steps. So as you see, that is the banjo fitting I was talking about. That requires the two, the upper and lower crush washer on it, which I watched 3 different videos on it. I don't know why I watched that many videos, but I watched 3 different ones and all of them showed the clip-on style fuel line. So I guess maybe it's something to do with the hatchback or maybe the hatchback model. I don't know, but I was able to find those washers locally. And if you're interested in the actual Deechworks pump, I said the 255. It's a 255 liter per hour, but the model is actually the Deechworks 200, which the part number for the 92 to 95 Civic is 9-201-0846, and that was a direct drop-in kit. And then I was noticing there it has a plastic sleeve over the body of the fuel pump, and I was really thrown off by that because it's a shrink wrapped plastic sleeve that goes on a fuel pump that's going inside a tank, which I literally called Deechworks just to verify, because I bought it from Amazon. So I called Deechworks and said, is this authentic? And they said, yes, it is, which in the process of assembling it, the sleeve actually slid off on me anyway. So I don't know if they intend for you to remove it. It seems like they don't, because it's really, it's like a permanent wrapper on it. But yeah, I was kind of glad it fell off because I didn't like the idea of putting a unnecessary piece of plastic inside the tank just for a cosmetic addition to it that shows your logo on the body of the fuel pump. The only thing I didn't use from the Deechworks kit was the worm clamps, the screw worm clamps for the fuel line. I used the regular squeeze style clamps that were on it when I took it out. So I was actually kind of happy that Jason said to use the 1000cc injectors, because when I bought the RDX injectors, I only got them for one because they were used on eBay and I got a really good deal on them. But I had the 1000cc injectors on hand, but I just assumed they would be way too much overkill for an NA K20 build. But apparently I was wrong. And yeah, I got the Bosch injectors used, but I did have them flow tested cleaned and flow tested by Injector RX in Houston, and they flowed at 960, I believe. They actually start life as Bosch 550 injectors, and then the company is ECS Tuning, who did the modification on them. So thankfully, with that new Works pump, it didn't take too long to pump the full tank of 10 gallons of 93 octane out of the tank. So it wasn't too bad. So I possibly could have limped it to the dyno, but either way, I was going to stop at the gas station and fill it up with the 85. And I had just installed the 1000cc injectors, and I had just installed 4 brand new spark plugs for the dyno. And I really just did not want to try to drive it there. And also, I have a very good friend, David, with a tow truck, so that makes the decision a lot easier. So you'll have to use the pause button if you want to get a good look at some of the numbers after each run, because my friends were talking in the room with me, and just for privacy, I cut out real quick from some of the clips, as you will see. Enjoy. So I got a little excited there the first time he hit 7,000 RPMs, but he was confident that with the BC springs and the K20A2 bottom end, it could handle 8,500 rev limit.
A little bit more. 194. Baby. 199. 199. It's consistent. Again, yeah. $201.75. That's the highest one.
We were confident that 200 was pretty much the max on that, so we called it a day. And here, my first attempt at a burnout, we blew the coupler off the exhaust, so we really got to get that weld-on flex pipe done. Thank everyone so much for the likes and the views and the comments. I really appreciate it, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.